Welcome back to Evie's Acres. I'm Evie, and today I want to show you a bit of an update, part 2 of our rabbit hutch conversion to a mini greenhouse. Yes, that's Nella in a tree. As well as an update on the items that we received from Stark Bros Nursery, and a quick update on how things are going in our garden area with our raised beds. I was short on time when our Stark Brothers order arrived, so I picked up some organic potting soil, self-watering pots for the blackberries, and a larger pot for the Gravenstein apple tree from a nearby Walmart. We still have a bit of work to do to prepare the orchard, so these pots will be their temporary home for now. Here's a preview of the leaf Greenstalk in which I've planted 2 different varieties of strawberry plants, and I'll show you the rest of that process a little bit later. Here's the frame of what was the rabbit hutch. I decided to attach clear corrugated PVC roof panel for the roof and 4 sides of the mini greenhouse using zinc-plated sharp roofing screws. I used painter's tape to mark the cut line on the panels and my circular saw to cut some of these panels in half. Oh look, another Nala sighting. I wound up with these scraggly edges, most likely because I need to replace the blade on my circular saw, but I'm okay with it because this mini greenhouse is only temporary and it will be high enough that it won't affect my son or me when we walk by. For the remaining cuts of the roofing panels, I used tin snips, which I know are not designed for this type of material, but it is what I had on hand and it got the job done. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations on the best tool to use when cutting these PVC roof panels. And while you're there, be sure to click the subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't already so that you can receive an alert whenever we have updates to the channel. Since this is a temporary solution to meet my greenhouse needs, I decided to hang a couple of boards to the front and attached a panel to each side. I may decide to reinforce it with more wood to make it into a more formal door in the future, but really, this is enough to meet our needs for this growing season. Thank you, Deborah Mack 1853, for submitting a question about keeping rabbits out of these raised beds. You could build them taller, add fencing around the garden area, or you can add a hinged cover like the one in this image. I will talk more about all of these options in a future video as our rabbit and squirrel populations continue to increase. If you want to know how I built these 2x6 raised beds for under $35 each in today's prices using 6 cedar picket fences, some lumber and screws, then I'll leave a link in the description as well as the iCard on the top right of your screen. After removing the remaining plants from last season, I mixed some dry crumbled leaves into the soil and topped them off with cow manure compost. Alright, this next step, I'm definitely going to get gloves before I touch this, because I know that there's also some urine in there, which is still really good for the plants, but I don't want that on me. So I have my gloves on now. I'm going to go ahead and move some of this rabbit manure into each of these bags, and then I'm going to use this composted cow manure, and I'm going to put about an inch layer of that on top of each of these bags. Once that's done, then I can transfer, I believe it's just echinacea, some anise, hyssop, and maybe one other plant into these 6 bags. And then I'll finally get around to preparing the Greenstalks for the strawberry plants. Here we go. Hey Nala! Looks like Nala's emerged from the barn. Do you want to be on camera, Nala? No? You're not sure? We're playing around with the idea of transitioning our indoor cats into being indoor-outdoor, but mostly outdoor cats. Initially, I didn't want to get cats unless they were going to be outdoor barn cats. And then we saw these guys over at like a PetSmart or something while shopping for our dogs and fell in love. Technically, we could have just made them barn cats to start with. We really couldn't because we got them last January. It was really cold. They were still really young. There was no way we wanted to try and deal with that transition in that kind of weather. And, you know, frankly, they've been a real pleasure to have. But at the same time, now that they're more mature, it would be nice for them to have more of a function on the farm. I'm all about all of these animals serving a role, having a part to play in this operation, and you know, not just freeloading. These gloves, I actually won these in a giveaway that my chiropractor was having last summer. And it's funny, I don't know if I even ended up using them more than a couple times last year, but I think I did towards the end. And they're very, very, very comfortable. They actually fit my hands perfectly. So quick shout out to Myers Chiropractic over in Johnson City. Thank you so much. These have definitely come in handy. If you're looking for a chiropractor and you're in the Washington County, even Greene County, Johnson City area, check out Myers Chiropractic. It's really good people. Are you looking for an easy to use and efficient tool to help you visualize your gardening plans? If you're anything like me, you'll make lists, sketch plans out on paper, and then almost never refer back to them, which is why I'm really happy to have found a free tool called Seed Time. There are so many different variables that go into garden planning, and Seed Time does a great job of taking the guesswork out of knowing when to sow seeds, transplant seedlings, and harvest your favorite fruits, vegetables, and herbs. When you enter your zip code into seed time, it will calculate the estimated first and last frost dates for your area, making it even easier to customize your planting schedule for the entire year. Sign up for your free seed time account through the link below, and you'll get $5 of free garden seeds. Tune in next week for more updates in the garden, new structures that we're building for our property, and to hear about some new chicks that we're adding to our flock. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about our chickens, click this playlist. Remember to be blessed and be a blessing to others. Until next time.